Hello gang, this is going to be a very doxable video today because in LA there may be a big fire, as you may or may not have heard, and so you may be able to see some of the smoke. And along some locations I'm going to be discussing. If you're a really pertinent troll, I'm sure you would be able to figure out where I live. Please don't. That being said, I'm mic'd up today like one of those autists on TikTok who goes like, "Fit guys are dad bods," and then hands the microphone. Feels pretty cool, feels pretty official. I just got out of the gym, thought of something pretty on the scale of, you know, grand scale of things. It's probably not the most important video I'm gonna make. It's not a good way to start off the video. But it's still worth keeping in mind, still worth thinking about. And that's, please don't be scared of a girl's family. Because what's more scary to a lot of people, including me, than talking to women, is talking to women when their family's around. And I would just like to share a bit of an anecdote from a couple of days ago, which is a perfect example of how to deal with this situation. And then I'm gonna give like an alternate scenario on how to not deal with the situation and what would have made it go wrong. Now, a couple of days ago, my friends and I were at, let's just say, very popular burger place in California. Lines are usually very long and they don't do takeout, so I'm sure you can figure out from that where we were. And it was pretty late at night, and I saw a young lady from our school. Very nice, very beautiful. It was a big coincidence because it was like 10 p.m. or something. We'd just come back from, I don't know, diddling around some adventure. And I went up to say hello because, you know, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they probably would have. I was there with two other guys. One of whom knew her. I'm pretty sure he would have said hello, but yeah, I pioneered that movement. Just went on there and said, "Hey, what's up? What's good?" And it was a nice, friendly gesture. But she was there with her dad, and my other friend, who is a complete fucking turbo Chad in this situation, it just sits down, starts talking to her and her dad, and it just dawned on me, wow, that's the perfect way to do this. You just be like a normal person. Much of these videos, the message or the moral is just gonna be like a normal person, because we're not taught very often what that means and how to do that. But it's just so fucking simple when you think about it and when you say it. If you like this girl and her family's there and her family is fine with you fucking talking to her being there, then that's the best case scenario. Then you can showcase like, hello, I'm not a fucking hoodlum wearing like 3 chains and vaping. Hello, I'm probably not one of these guys who like stabs people on the bus, you know. Try to be a stand-up member of society. That's your chance to show off, not show off, but just to display, hello, I'm not a fucking psychopath. And that is very important. Now, the wrong way to deal with this situation is to see your family being there and just be like, spurg out, spaz out, fucking leave, whatever else. This is very bad for a multitude of reasons. Number 1, you give off the impression that you are a bitch. Number 2, you make yourself feel like a bitch. And that's not very nice, because the intrusive thoughts or the negative thoughts you're going to be having after are way worse than the potential embarrassment of just saying something rude, saying something like weird accidentally without meaning to in front of her family. Are there any other mistakes? No, I don't think so. I actually don't think there's a mistake that you can make here unless you just don't speak to them. I think that's the biggest mistake. There are all these things like, oh, she probably doesn't want to be disturbed. Just think about it. If there was like a pretty nice person, you know, pretty cool, whatever, there's no prerequisite you need. There's no needed prerequisite. Just be a nice member of society. Just be fucking cool. And then you're there. Go up, say hi, introduce yourself, say something. Simple as that, easy as that. Oh, but her mom is there, so it's like, even if it doesn't turn into anything, just enjoy the journey. Just enjoy saying hello to someone. It doesn't need to be all goal oriented, like, hello, oh my goodness, I cannot get inside of her if her family's there. Like, yeah, probably, but that's not, it shouldn't be your objective for this like one time interaction. Just marathon mindset, as First Man likes to put it. Just go in there, say hello, be cool, be fucking lit. How do I be cool? Be yourself. It's the shitty advice that everyone says. I wonder if the microphone picked up that motorcycle noise. If not, then it's a very good investment. Basically, the thing that's wrong with being yourself is if yourself is like an asshole or just super nervous, then just change who yourself is. Or maybe not change, but just make some upgrades, make some improvements, learn some things, learn a thing or two, go out in the world. But there's rarely any value to, number one, not going to speak to the girl, because that's obviously the worst, number one mistake. And number two, trying to be some, I don't know, trying to play up something that you're not when her family's there. Like, I think I talked about this in a previous video. So I just kind of went over there, said hello, whatever, let my friend do the talking, said hello, said goodbye. But a year and a half ago-ish is when it was this moment for me. It was in this kind of hot spring area, maybe a little bit, I'm not sure, but it was in a pool, and there's this girl, very nice. There was also her brother, her mom, and her dad. Big obstacle. A lot of people I know would just be like, oh, she doesn't want to be disturbed, whatever. Sun's getting in my eye, fucking Caucasian genetics, unlucky. I'm gonna develop 12 sunburns. And most people would be like, oh hey, okay, I'll just wait until her family leaves, whatever. Fuck no. Put on my cowboy boots, waltz on in there, grab myself by the balls, plop them down on the table, good evening, and then introduce myself, have some conversations. And if the person's family is nice, here's the thing, if the person's family is fucking retarded, and I'm sorry for using such vulgar language, but it's true, if the person's family is fucking retards, they're gonna interfere with, okay, there's another prerequisite. If the person's family is retards, and you're like, or you're just not a good person, you're like a hoodlum, yeah, sure, maybe this is justified. But if you're like a presentable, nice young man, and her family is just fucking stupid, they'll interfere with your, the interactions. If the family is nice, which the majority of families are, they'll kind of get what's going on. They'll find some excuse to, is this thing still on? Okay, good. They'll find some excuse to leave, find something like, okay, you guys talk to each other for a bit. They'll do something like that. And they're going to be way more accommodating than you think, because they have also once been young. And if they're not complete assholes, and if they haven't forgotten what that feels like, they're going to be like, okay, yeah, this kid's probably nervous, let's give them some space. And that's exactly what happened in I almost said the name of the place. And that's exactly what happened in the pool scenario. It's like, oh yeah, why don't you guys go off, do a thing or two. Turns out, the girl had a boyfriend. I don't know why the fuck she was still talking to me in that context. But hey, that's out of my control. What was in my control and in the family's control was great, and they did what most normal people will do, is just let the youngsters talk to each other, get to know each other. And I think that's a very beautiful thing. And if you just got out of your head and went over there, a lot of these issues that you think are real would just resolve themselves and or dissolve into thin air, because they're not fucking real. So do not be intimidated if there's a girl nice English skills. If there's a girl you would like to talk to and her family is there, just go off anyways, fuck it. It'll make you seem braver. Higher production quality videos coming soon. Let me give a little spoiler. Next video is going to be codename Lagerstädt maxing. Goodbye.